I have a new theme for positive discipline. It seems like I come up with a new theme every once in a while. Remember when I said no more logical consequences, at least hardly ever, focus on solutions? And that was quite revolutionary for a lot of people who found that when they stopped using consequences, which were usually poorly disguised punishment, that a lot of power struggles were eliminated from the families. And then the idea of connection before correction, that was the theme for a while, and how important it is to really make a connection with children before you try any correction. And it's interesting how often the correction takes care of itself when you have the connection. One of my favorite ways to do connection before correction is just to say, I love you, and the answer is no. Children can accept that a lot better than trying to explain to them why you said no, because they can out-explain you. They're smarter than we are, as we all know. But the new theme I'm coming up with now is how important it is to have belonging and contribution. And I want to explain contribution. Adler said many, many years ago that the primary goal for all people is belonging. But he also said that the measure of mental health is Gemeinschaftsgefühl. And one way to define Gemeinschaftsgefühl is contribution to society. It's social interest, a social consciousness that involves contribution. And we have become very good at helping our children feel belonging. In fact, we've become over good at it. In other words, some children feel a lot of belonging, but they don't know how to contribute. And when you have belonging without contribution, you have entitlement. And we know that a lot of people are talking about the me generation. And that's why we have to now go back and really instill contribution and teaching our kids how important it is to make a contribution, which actually they feel better when they do. They feel that sense of giving that feels good from the inside out when they contribute, when they do things from others. And so this idea of not doing too much for our children so that they learn that they're capable and they can contribute, of teaching them to be involved in problem solving, that's a great contribution. When you have family meetings where everybody is focusing on solutions, when you let your children suffer sometimes, and I don't mean make them suffer, but to sometimes allow them to suffer so that if they, for example, lose their baseball mitt, and you can say, oh, I'm so sorry, but you don't rescue them and buy them another baseball mitt. You might wait a while and then say, well, what ideas do you have to earn another one? Or what other ideas do you have to find it? But the whole idea is we've got to go back and work more on contribution so that it balances out belonging.